Hello, welcome to Tiny Artist TV's first ever live stream. Um, in celebration of Black Fae Day, today I'm going to be drawing black fairies and magical creatures all day long. I will have a few different time slots, this being the first one. So the first stream is going to be from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. The next part of the stream, which is the bulk of the stream, is going to be from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then I'll be taking a little break and then coming back for a short night stream that's going to be from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., where I will also be reading fairy tales while drawing some of those creatures. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the drawings. So, I'm just going to start with some warm-up sketches, and I've already got my canvas pulled up. And what I want to do, I've got some things kind of just pulled up on my shuffler, and I'm just going to open a big old canvas. Let me see here. Yep, we're going to go 18 by 24. And let's see. Yeah. So I just kind of went to Google and found this. But I went to my Draw-a-thon app. And if any of you have seen my Saturday morning shuffles, you'll know that it's an app that I use to randomly generate characters and backstories and things like that. So each of these characters has already been generated, but I do have an OTS shuffle, which stands for on the stream shuffle. So that will be a live randomly generated creature versus the ones that I already have here. But let's go ahead and see what I get. So we're starting with the harpy. Okay. Yes. So our harpy, let me see here. Here we go. A charismatic harpy was also warlike style with a stick. Okay, and because this is one of the shorter streams, I'm giving myself about 30 minutes to do each sketch. So let's see how this works out. And initially I was also thinking about kind of doing a little story time thing where I also tell you about some of these creatures. But because I kind of put this together not at the last minute, I had enough time to get ready. I just didn't put any stories together, but I can still pull something out. So I've got my browser here. Let's check this out. Harpy Legends. Oh, we got something from Britannica. Fancy. But for now, I'll just go ahead and start drawing the harpy creature. So, harpies traditionally have human-esque heads, but still very bird-like features and like woman bodies with wings and talons. Also, I will be eating breakfast during the stream because it's early in the morning and I have not eaten yet. Most importantly, though, I've also got my water. Very important to hydrate, take breaks. But let's see here. Charismatic and warlike. I'm thinking of like a smug barbarian type. So maybe let me move her over a little bit. Do I want to give her kind of a beaky hook nose? Give her what is apparently called DreamWorks face. They apparently have a penchant for drawing their characters with this kind of smug expression. So we'll do that. I give her very slim, pointed. I'll give her some bird ears. No, that doesn't make any sense because birds don't have like ears. What kind of hair do I want to give her? Just something short up top. Maybe kind of like a chicken floof. Not the kind of fleshy comb that some of them have, but there are some fluffy chickens out there. If you have never seen a fluffy chicken, I recommend Googling it because they're super cute. Okay, maybe I'll have her going like this. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And they're usually depicted as kind of like scrawny bird-like creatures. What is she doing with these legs, though? And I will be trying to line these sketches too, just so that it's not this hot jumbled mess. Let's see. What do I want to do with the legs? Can't have artist block on live stream. That's a bad look. Maybe I'll have her kind of go in like it's kind of a charismatic pose. Oh, but she's not holding her stick. Okay, we're gonna start over. We're gonna just get rid of that and start over. Oh, you know what? Got something better. Still gonna do that smug little grin. The chicken hair. It's not quite going how I pictured it, but it still works. Change the wings to fit the body a little better. And it's not a staff, it's a stick, so I'll just kind of make it look like a whoop. There, a little stick. if you want to see some actual charismatic harpies, I recommend going over to Pockets account on Twitter, and that's Pockets with, I think, 3 S's. She does a lot of like goblin, harpy, orc art stuff. It's just super cute. She does little like comics with her characters, which one day I hope to do. I actually spent pretty good part of yesterday writing when I wasn't drawing, practicing for today. Do I want to extend this like backwards? Yeah, I like that a lot better. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so now the question is, what do I do with the wings? And did I make this arm too short? Sort of. And this one as well. And I usually have kind of a feather situation here, as well as having actual wings. Let me see. Oh, we're getting rid of that. That's why that was there. Okay. So they would kind of come, so you really wouldn't see too much of this arm. Just based on the shape of where this is going. And then even then, it seems like a lot of her face would also be kind of hidden. Let's see how that looks. Do we like that? Because you can still see most of the face. And it's different from what I usually do. I usually just kind of do a generic front-on style face. Alright, I've spent 15 minutes trying to get this pose down. I think it's time for me to go ahead and move on to the line art. So let's see. And the ear. Probably actually should have started with the wings, just so I have an idea of how full I actually need to make them. But, okay, so ear does this weird thing. Okay. Birds don't have eyebrows. Okay, but I'll do this where she's got kind of little feathers. And you're not going to see that one because it's behind the wing. that works. Very pointy bird chin. Yeah. So I think what I want to do with these is for the cooldown. I think I actually want to try to partially render them, or at least get them colored. And I haven't said this in a while, because I used to say this a lot on my Saturday morning shuffles, is that, like, to me, these characters, I'm not really going to use them again. So if you want to use them in your D&D campaign settings, or if you want to make them your OCs, just, you know, give me a shout out, say like, hey, this wasn't my character design, but this was inspired by, or this was originally drawn by tiny artists. And I have no problem with you, like, you know, using these characters. Okay, I've got like 10 minutes to crank out some good line art. And I'm estimating 30 minutes for each sketch because I have 6 creatures drawn up, and I would like to be able to draw all of them. So if you do the math, 6 characters in 3 hours, that's 30 minutes for each character. And I know this isn't the best looking wing, but again, I'm just trying to get something on the canvas at this point. Okay, so that's the back. So the back would actually end up being a lot smoother than the underside. So you can see mostly just the biggest feathers, not necessarily all of these smaller ones. I'm definitely not an expert in aviary anatomy, but I do enjoy drawing wings from time to time. I actually used to draw like angel characters a lot, like just giant women with wings, essentially. And so more often than not, I would be stuck rendering just all of these feathers for an unnecessary amount of time. But at the same time, it was also kind of therapeutic. I think I'm going to leave the sketch layer on just because I kind of like the way it looks. Like, that's always kind of the debate with line art is, do I leave the sketch in or do I let it go? Or can the sketch function as line art itself? If it's clean enough, yes. I just tend to like to clean up my sketches because I enjoy doing line art. Let's see here. Is that's not right. Hold on. Okay, thumb goes this way, and then hand is grabbing here. Okay, that's right. And then you've got this grip. Okay, long talons. The other part that I wanted to do for this stream, now that I'm thinking about it, was easy fade makeup looks. And I'm not a makeup artist, so I won't actually be like applying the makeup to my face because I don't have the proper instruments to do that. What I had planned on doing was drawing the makeup looks so that you could just kind of carry them over into your costumes and cosplays as inspiration. Let's see. All right. That's not bad. Yeah, and then you can't see the wings that are on the underarms anyway, so that takes care of that. You know what? Yeah. Okay. So I know I had mentioned pulling up some like Harvey facts and whatnot, but I think the better, more effective thing to do would just be to save that for story time this evening. And it also gives you time to kind of look into these creatures yourselves if you have any interest, or if you do have any interest, you probably already know plenty about these creatures. There are a few that I'm going to have to pull up some references for, like the Balrog. Like, yes, I have seen Lord of the Rings, but the Balrog form still seems kind of ambiguous to me, kind of like a big lava, not quite dragon, but just a very large, fiery horned creature. And I want to see if I can pull any other kind of references that aren't just that. Because if it's coming up on my Draw-a-thon app, that means it's not a creature that's exclusive to Tolkien. As few creatures are, like orcs and elves are not exclusive to Tolkien. But the only depiction of the Balrog I'm familiar with is his depiction of the Balrog. So I'm going to look into that once I get that one on the wheel. Oop. Got about 5 minutes left on this sketch. Can I do it? We'll find out. Okay, and she's supposed to be warlike. So let's give her some kind of cloth. What does she normally have? Well, I guess she's got her talons. All right. Just gonna go ahead, rasterize that, and shrink her down, and move on to the next one. Not bad for a warm-up. This is literally my first drawing of the day. I still haven't eaten my breakfast. Got a couple more minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bite. And move on to the next sketch. So who's next? Golem. Okay. Well, this one, I didn't specify what kind of golem. Normally, you think of something made of mud or stone because their origins actually come from the Talmud. And they were basically beings made out of mud that were given sentience through, I don't want to say Jewish magic because that sounds very dismissive, but I think that's kind of what the idea boils down to. So we are going to pull up Golem. There we go. All right. Strong and kawaii. A weapon. So I normally like to alternate male, female, whatever. Men can be kawaii. Let's go ahead and keep with the not theme, the pattern. I think I'm actually going to make him a water golem and turn him into one of my goo girls or goo guys. Let's do this cute magical girl pose. And his voice is going to be, usually they're drawn a little more square. Still give them hollow eyes like a golem has, but they're big and sad. Give him some big Miyazaki tears. But he's also supposed to be strong and kawaii. So let's up the deltoids to make him look a little bit beefier. Make this round. Large forearm, large bicep. A little more barrel chested now. I want to pose the legs. Let me move him up a little bit. I'm so sorry about the squeaking. I probably need to change my pen nib. I'll do that between this stream and the next. Oh gosh, sorry. This stream and the next stream. I'm going to give him some kind of fancy boots. I should think so. Very much leaning into the magical girl aesthetic with this one. And give him some nice breeches. Yeah, so this leg isn't long enough. I've got about 10 more minutes to work on the sketch if I really want to get this looking good. Maybe make his legs longer, start higher. No, that was fine. It was. Give him kind of a ruffly pirate blouse. What kind of weapon do I want to give him? Maybe an axe? I don't foresee me having to draw many axes during this stream, so now's my chance. I still think something's not quite right with the body. The legs aren't quite long enough. So I'm going to cut him in half. That should do. And then just extend this. It's a bit better. I can work with that. I guess it makes sense to have him in the pirate blouse too, since I wanted to make him a water golem. Sad boy hours. He's been programmed to kill, but he doesn't actually want to do the killing. Oh, that's okay. Whoops, I see what I did here. Okay, there we go. And again, I know it's super early, and anyone watching this is probably just going to catch it on the VOD later. But if you are here, just type a comment. Say hey. Also, I'm not sure if I can see the comments from YouTube. I'm streaming on Restream. If you can't see the huge watermark up there in the corner. But it is simulcasting to my YouTube channel, and I would just like to know if the comments actually do get through to Restream, or if I have to keep checking YouTube to see if anyone's actually commenting and interacting. So if you can see this, say hey, and I'll let you know if I can actually see the comments. Otherwise, I'll kind of finagle with things between streams and see if I can adjust that. Does anyone's first stream ever actually go smoothly? I mean, yeah, I suppose if they do, you know, their research, but I did as much research. Oh my goodness, as much research as I could between trying to get this set up, trying to reach out to cosplayers, and also working. So hopefully this isn't a completely awful experience for you guys. I'm having fun so far, and I know I'm being super quiet. That's just because I'm in the art zone. Let's see. What do pirate pants look like? Do they have a particular look, or are they just kind of like old dusty pantaloons? Have them tucked into his boots, which will just kind of be some classic leather boots. This is going to be really fun later when you guys see how many layers I actually put into my artwork. Like my art, not just my sketching. Because usually that's hidden from the camera when I'm doing a video. But now it's full screen. And all of my tips and shortcuts are laid bare for everyone to see. Let's see. A little bit of shine on the boot. Fix that. This foot back here is bending a little bit. It's going a little more down. Kind of looks like his foot is going backwards. I'm going to fix that. Maybe I made this one too wide. I need to make them more uniform. Maybe it'll just have to look like his foot is going backwards. So this is the sole of his shoe. And this is the top of his foot. I mean, it's no different than this one. Maybe he was creative with backwards feet. But this is the point of warm-ups. Just kind of get your art muscles going. I'm not going to be spending too much time on these sketches here, because I really do want to get to the makeup looks. Alright. He's kind of kawaii. He's strong, he's Golem, and he's got a weapon. I think I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one after I take another little bite of my toast. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. I don't need them on there once I've finished doing this sketch. Alright, who's next? Okay, got the Balrog. Let's see what the Balrog is up to. Oh, he's an angry teenager. How appropriate. Especially with the accessory being a chain. Very appropriate considering that. Again, kind of harkening back to the way Tolkien's Balrog was presented, is that he was supposed to be this beast that was imprisoned. So give me just a second. I'm gonna do just a little bit of research here. Let's see. Balrog, what do you do? What do you look like? How would I spell your name right? And then I can actually, let's see. Oh, so it actually, foot in my mouth, actually is exclusive to Tolkien. Let me see here. Yeah, the Balrog, or the Balrogoth, or Miar corrupted by Morgoth during the creation of Arda, who cloaked themselves in shadow and flame and carried whips and swords. Well, okay. Well, that's interesting that it kind of made its way into just the general fantasy app or general fantasy tab in the Draw-a-thon app. So let me go ahead and pull up a reference image too. This is a pretty good one. See, but I don't want to use anything that's like someone else's art as a reference. Oh, let's see here. Because they're not always credited. Okay, so yeah, basically it's just a big scaly guy. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna leave this up while I draw this. Okay. Is a Balrog. Hateful adolescent, so he's baby. So I'm gonna make him this size. Head here, body here. I think this one, I will have him crossing his arms and kind of pouting. It's kind of like armor plating here. Yeah, I can use this one because it's from Shadow of War, so. Around his neck. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute and angry. He's kind of. Oh, see, look, on his wrist, he's got chains. Oh, this is perfect. Let's see. But I don't want to draw the chains around his wrist. I kind of want it to be more like a. I mean, because it says accessory, which can be like anything. It doesn't have to be like a fashion accessory, but that's kind of the way I wanted to portray it. Is that he's kind of almost like a bandolier. He's got this chain. Do Balrogs have tails? This one doesn't look like it has a tail. I don't think Balrogs have tails. And then the feet. I'm just going to give him some dragon feet. Because I don't know if we actually ever see the feet in the movie. And none of the references I saw Yeah. Oh, he does have dragon feet, and this one actually does have a tail. That one's got a sword. That's pretty cool. So, and that one's got dragon's wings, actually. So yeah, dragon feet, tail. Do I want to give my Balrog a tail? I might as well, since all the others kind of... There. Angry baby. His head. It's a little ambiguous under those antlers, but it kind of looks like a flaming skull. So I'll just kind of go with that sort of motif. Time-wise, I guess I can give myself until 8:15 for this one if I want to keep in that 30-minute window. So, I don't think this one will take that long, though. That's the other great thing about warm-up sketches is, like, as I'm drawing, the idea is to get to a point where I can just crank the artwork out. Since the girls I'm going to be painting today have very intricate costumes. And I would like to be able to do a decent homage within a reasonable amount of time. So we'll see how this goes. It's a little bit like when I was doing my Orktober videos. I noticed how towards the end of the month it was taking me pretty much less and less time to actually do the artwork. Even though the videos themselves are averaging about the same length. The first one I actually had to split into 2 parts because it was getting so long. But then from that point on, the rest of the videos were just kind of... I was able to just do the videos without having to split them up. So that was another big advantage of drawing every day. But it is also kind of taxing. Like, it's not realistic to be able to draw every day for, like, especially on the back end of the year is when a lot of these draw-a-day challenges come out, because you've got August, and then you've got a little bit of a break for September, but then you've got Huevember, and then you've got Drawcember. Let's skip one. Inktober. So that's 4 months of daily drawing challenges. And okay. Well, let's do it this way. This looks like a Klingon and a praying mantis had a baby, but probably also because he's not in color yet. Now it looks more like a Balrog. All I had to do is give him a skeleton nose. Problem solved. Alright, he's got kind of plated armor. Arm down here. And he has this kind of situation going on with his elbow. Yeah, I definitely need to change my pen nib. I guess I kind of tuned it out because usually when I'm drawing, I'm not in front of an audience. So it's not something I'm conscious of. But I will change my pen nib between streams. Alright. Okay. Also, if you like this playlist, this is just the fairy music playlist on Spotify. It's the first one that pops up if you type in fairy music. So that's what I will be playing throughout these streams. Very soothing. Enjoying it so far. That'll work. And then his legs are just kind of scaly dragon legs. Okay, just making sure I'm drawing on the right layer. Because that would be a nightmare. And swoop. And does it already look like I have Gaussian blur on my line art? I know the pen is not that soft. have the chain kind of going down here, but it would kind of fall more like if it's going down the hips, unless it's going around his waist again, like this, it would be pretty heavy and would just kind of fall flat behind him. Even though it's more realistic, I don't care for the way that looks. And get rid of this. And maybe from here I'll have it just kind of trailing behind him. And these links would actually be a little bit flatter since they're lying down. And I'm getting a little less finessed here. My carpal tunnel is starting to flare up a little bit, actually. I might need to change the angle of my screen as I knock everything over. I usually keep it sitting upright just because of the way my desk is set up. There's not a lot of space for me to just have my tablet flat and have my keyboard in front of me for shortcuts and things. And I do have some shortcuts programmed into my tablet, but I only have a select amount of buttons. So I like to have access to my keyboard and both of my monitors. Oh, are we done? Oh, look at that. I don't know how long that one took, but I'm satisfied with it as a sketch. He's adorable. I love him. He's baby. Precious. Let's see. Oh, no. I need both layers. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we've got a 3 out of 6. And I'm actually going to put a little pin in this because I forgot to grab my phone in the event that we do have an off-the-cuff shuffle. Let's see. Okay, I've got my phone. I'm back. Let me open up my app. And I've got it here. Okay. So let's see who's actually next. That's not what I wanted. Oh no, I got rid of my wheel. Okay, give me just a second. I'll pull it back up. Yay, alright. Here we go. Nope. We're gonna make it small. Make it small. So this is what we have left. So we've got Mermaid, Sphinx, Shuffle, and then the Chimera. I feel pretty good about drawing the Chimera at this point, because it's one of the more complicated ones. But, oh, we've got an on the stream Shuffle. Okay. I'm going to minimize it and not close it this time. Like an idiot. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we've got a brave female satyr. Their job is a judge. Okay. Oh, wait, that was the wrong tab. I'll still draw it, but there's a fantasy tab and there's a mystic creatures tab, which seems like the same thing, but the fantasy creatures tab gives them an occupation as though you were rolling for a playable character. So I'm drawing Ruth Bader Ginsburg as a fawn. Does that seem... I'm not okay with that. So we're gonna figure out something else. All right. I'm actually gonna move you guys up a little bit. Just kind of, or maybe. All right, I'm gonna have to merge it. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. Okay, now I can turn them off. And just start a new layer. And now I have all the space I need to draw my fawn / satyr. I wanted to have this upwards kind of snooty expression. Ears up or ears down? Ears up would make her seem more intimidating. That looks more like a cat. Their ears usually do hang down though, so. Give her a business bun. There we go. Some fawn ears. Let's give her some elegant robes. These are going to be fun to draw or paint when I get to that point. Kind of like elves, they're usually depicted as being very like slim and athletic. It's like wide goat hips. Oh, goat tail. The arm just seems too long. That's better. A little more drawn in. Do I want to keep the neck that long? I feel like having her be a kind of taller, more intimidating creature. She ends up looking a little bit more like a deer than a goat, but goats do have long necks. I'm happy with that. hoofy things. Disgusting. This kind of be like a braided cord situation. And for the most part, I'm just kind of focusing on getting the idea of a form instead of focusing super hard on all the itty bitty details unless it's absolutely necessary. Let's see, the slit goes here. Swoop. And then down the side. And I think after this one I'll have to take another break because my hand is starting to flare up again. Let's see, and the hip goes here. So this insignia is actually something I've taken from another project that I'm working on and have been working on for about a year now. I don't know if I've mentioned it on my channel before. It's a webcomic idea that I've been playing around with. And the last webcomic I did, I had tried starting it about 2 or 3 different times and just wasn't happy with the direction that it was going. So after trying to salvage it, I ended up just kind of giving up on it. But this one I feel much more confident about as far as the story and the characters and everything. So this symbol is actually the symbol of the high seat of Axios in this new story that I'm working on. And Axios is run by justicars, judges, executors, all those good things. I guess depending on what side of the law you're on, maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing. But the symbol basically symbolizes balance and order and a hierarchy within that order. And that within that hierarchy, there are others who are able to execute justice, but they have limitations. So I felt that that was appropriate to incorporate with my Judge Fawn. And with that, I think I'm actually done with the sketch, but let me see what this sleeve is doing here before I say for certain that it's done. Yeah, looks pretty good. I do think I want to make that neck just a little bit shorter though. Let's see. So we're gonna erase this. And then just kind of move this back on here. Yeah, just a little bit shorter. That's all it needed. Okay, so who's next? I'm actually gonna go ahead and shrink you. Put you right over here with the others. Yes, delete this. Yeah, got a pretty good roundup of characters here. I'm happy with that. My harpy. I'm gonna move you over just a little bit. I feel like you're too far away from the pack here. My side golem. Okay. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay, so now I'm going to merge you. Yes, merge you down. And then go back to this layer. Okay, so that was our off-the-cuff, randomly generated character. Let's see who's left. We've got the Chimera, the Mermaid, and the Sphinx. If I can finish all of these by 9 o'clock, which is going to be a feat of just absolute speed running, or maybe even 9:15, 9:30, that'll give me enough time to finish out the morning stream with the makeup looks. So let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Sphinx. The Sphinx is definitely a more popular fantasy character. Most people know it comes from Egypt. It does also have a pretty big place in Greco-Roman mythology, just because during the time when all of these myths and creatures were coming out, there was a lot of overlap in culture and stories and borders. And so the Sphinx, I believe, what was it, the Oracle? The Sphinx does show up in Greek myths and is usually depicted as someone who tells riddles, and if the person gets the riddle wrong, they're usually eaten or killed by something. This particular Sphinx is just, just a little kid in Egypt. I feel like kind of more Aladdin style. She's got the scythe as maybe she's an orphan, as the last remnant from her mother or father. And let's see. Oh, thank you, Amelia. Oh, okay, so I am finally getting some comments on here. Nice. Just wanted to make sure that works. And, all right, so for our Sphinx, where are we going? I need to start naming my layers. That's not going to be a problem later because I usually just kind of go where it needs to go as far as like, lighting, shading, coloring. I just kind of add the layers as I need to. But for something like sketching, if I don't have my layers named and I've got multiple sketch layers on, it can get a little messy. So for this Sphinx, I kind of want to do it in the same chibi style as I did the Balrog. Oh, okay. I've got it. And I need to turn this back up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so the Sphinx is usually depicted as a creature with a woman's head, a lion's body, and eagle wings. Kind of like a female version of a griffin. There's a lot of it's interesting that a lot of creatures kind of get mixed in with lions. You've also got the manticore, which is a lion with a scorpion's tail and dragon's wings. But then, of course, you've got, the griffin, which is a lion with eagle's wings. But then the main difference between those two being that one is male and one is female. The Sphinx, also, I haven't really seen them depicted as being in flight. They're always just kind of in this pose, this kind of very poised. I can't concentrate. This kind of poised, very arrogant stature. And I want to make her face a little more round and childlike. I always tend to draw these kind of very angular brows for some reason. And I do want to make her very distinctly Egyptian. So I'm going to give her this cute little headdress. I'm not going to make it too ornate because kids didn't usually wear this kind of thing unless they were actually part of the royal families. But since she's homeless, I'm going to have to assume that she's a poor kid. So instead of having her beads and decorations be made out of precious stones, they would most likely just be clay beads that were painted, crushed pigments from bugs and things like that. And that's actually, Egyptian fashion is actually something I researched a little bit when I was doing one of my October videos. And one of my characters ended up being, I believe it was a pharaoh or a mummy. And so I looked into what was actually popular fashion at that time. I'm gonna give her some little lion ears. Still nothing very distinctly female about. I kind of wanted to have... anyway, so yeah, Egyptian fashion. So if you want to go back and watch that particular video, it was... I think it was Don't Upset the Mimes, which hardly anybody watched. But I honestly think it was one of the best batches of costumes I did for my October series for 2020. And it was the later days. And if it wasn't that one, let's see, it was a unicorn. So you might just have to go through them all. And see which one has the pharaoh in it, where I talk about Egyptian fashion. So most Egyptians would wear, just this kind of lightweight cotton sheer material, because even if you've never been to Egypt, pretty sure it's kind of hot over there because it's in Africa. It's right off the equator. And the equator is not exactly a cool, frigid place. So they would wear these lightweight materials. And they were also pretty, accessible and inexpensive for all classes. It's just that when you get higher up in class, the distinction would be the type of jewelry that these people were wearing versus what type of outerwear they were wearing. So I'm gonna have her holding the scythe almost like a baseball bat, pointed away. I'm just gonna give her traditional kind of bob here. Alright, I'm gonna have to shrink her down. I probably should have just done this on another layer. So I'm gonna shrink her down just a little bit, just so I can fit the legs in. And I know I caught that, missed that little bit of dress there, but it's fine. I'll fix it in post. Get that. There we go. And then legs, and I'll just give her some little sandals. Maybe have her kind of pigeon toe. For some reason, kids kind of stand like that. I don't know. I think this is just a more adolescent pose. I'll give her some little scuffs. And I know they didn't really have band-aids like that in this time. Give her some band-aids on the knees because she's a homeless kid. She's getting in fights with the other kids at either the orphanage or just picking fights on the street. I think, yeah, and I'll actually do a little scarab on top. Let's see, and they have little antlers. Not antlers, antenna. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that sketch. I can figure out more so what this arm actually needs to do here. Okay, that's looking good. So let's go ahead and start on the line art. How are we looking at time? 15 to 9. Okay. But after this, I think I only had the mermaid left. Maybe one more. What do we have left? Mermaid and the Chimera. Okay. I think I'm only going to do one of those last two and then move on to the makeup looks because I do want those to be a little more intricate and painterly. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start with the hair. And again, even though the hair does look a little more ornate, I'm going with the idea that she has more so clay beads than any actual like gold or jewels on her person. Let's see. Noses are usually a little more rounded. So I'm going to move the mouth down. I'm actually going to give her little cat teeth. And her little lion ear. So I guess these would actually end up being paws. Oh boy, it's been a while since I've drawn hand paws. Oh boy. Just kind of make sure that they're fluffy and a little bit beefy. Okay. I actually want to give her one of these little necklaces. Let's see, her shoulder is still raised. She's got this little half cape. It's just a little more fashionable than the other kids there. But you know what? Maybe she's not homeless by circumstance. Maybe she's homeless by choice. Maybe she's a wanderer. I mean, it would make sense considering that, like, again, sphinxes are depicted in several different cultures. And also the fact that, you know, as a creature with flight, she wouldn't necessarily be tied down to any particular region. So maybe she's a wanderer. How am I feeling about that face? Is it cat-like enough? I think they do still have, I don't know, I think maybe I will just kind of give her a cat nose to kind of drive home that she's a sphinx. Well, now she just kind of looks like a little lioness cub, but it's still cute. It still gets the idea across. Alright, and then other paw hand. Just big old furry knuckles here. And that's gonna end up kind of going behind her hair. Okay. And a little bit of this. Just to give her a little more traditional Egyptian look. And then her knobby little knees. Her sandals. I guess technically they should actually be lion's paws. So we'll do that. Still give her a sandal. And Egyptian sandals were usually just kind of a woven papyrus situation, especially if they're kids' sandals. But I'm going to give her this extra strap here so that she doesn't lose her shoes. Again with the knobby knees. Alright. So since it's a lion's paw, she's actually only going to end up having 4 toes instead of 5 human toes. Alright, it's looking pretty cute. Alright, and then this would actually be her arm. It's kind of crossing over. And then you've got this. And the scythe. Let's see. Yep, and this is where it lines up. And then I'll draw that scarab one there after I finish drawing the sandal. Cute! Alright. It's going to be hard to give her any kind of makeup without just painting it on, but I want to unironically give her cat eye makeup look. Oh, thank you again, Amelia. Thank you for stopping by. And thanks for commenting. All right. How do beetle legs work? And I'm not super pressed about getting this 100% accurate just because I'm going to come back in later and finish this, but also because these are just sketches. Alright. And I think with that, we are done with our little Sphinx. And she can now join the roster. So we're going to shrink her down. And probably pop her somewhere over here. Let's see what this is looking like. Oh. There we go. It's not letting me move it. Alright, I'm going to have to do this. There we go. Maybe I will put her over here. Yeah. Right under the heartbeat. Okay. So I do have room to do both the mermaid and the chimera if I do them kind of in this space here. So I think what I want to do, let's see, merge that. We'll get rid of these. Make sure that I've got the right layers turned on. We're going to merge. And then start on the next one. So I'm wondering, do I really need to spin for the next one, or should I just go ahead and draw them? But I also know which one I would want to draw, so maybe it'll end up being one I don't want to draw right now. Yes, okay, I got the chimera. So of course the last one's going to end up being the mermaid. So I'm going to go ahead, let's see. I'll do one layer with the chimera and then another with the mermaid. So I can just have it up here. And then I'll just kind of turn that. Oh, I forgot that one was, okay. What do I have? Okay, so we're going to actually label this sketch layer so I stop losing focus. On where I am. Can get rid of this one. Yes. Okay. So, chimera. Chimeras are usually depicted with a dragon head, a goat head, I think a lion head, and a snake's tail, if I'm remembering correctly. With dragon wings, lion paws, and goat's back hooves. But just to verify that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a quick reference. Okay, so I was thinking specifically of, let's see. Yeah, no, I was right. Well, this one has an eagle head. They all still have snakes' tails, though. Okay, so lion, goat, dragon, and then weird body situation. So I'm going to pull this and then put it onto my canvas. Mythical creatures are weird, man. Like, what kind of sauce was the person who made this up drinking? And can I have some? This is a romantic chimera. So this one's also going to end up being kind of cute. It's happy. He's got flowers. This is just like the perfect cocktail to do a cute character. So I think I'm actually going to have him kind of in this pose with head 1, head 2, head 3. And I don't know if the order really matters, but usually the lion's head is over here. The goat's head is here. And then the dragon's head is down here somewhere. What's the expression I'm going for? Kind of like a blissful, just kind of like a like kind of the way this music is making me feel. It might be better if I could. Here we go. I'm smiling a little bit. And dragons don't really have eyebrows, but I usually find a workaround by giving them these like heavy skin folds that can kind of flex with their face. And everybody's getting a flower crown in this one. What kind of horns do I want to give my dragon? I think I'll just go traditional spirally. Kind of reclining a little bit. Maybe I'll have the goat's head eating a flower. So, goat head. And they have square pupils for whatever reason. Like, I think goats and octopi are the only creatures that have these weird square pupils. If anyone is a biologist or a zoologist out there and can tell me what the advantage of that is without me having to exit stream and look that up, that would be wonderful. Alright, so got a couple petals falling down. He looks angry. How do I... Oh, let me see. That's better. Kind of getting into anthro territory with this one versus like true anatomically correct creatures. Collective stomach, snake's tail. If I have the body twisting down this way, I have one leg overlapping, and this one kind of going back so that he's reclining a little bit. I think I'll have the lion's head just kind of yawning. Their snoots are usually a little more flat. Oh, thank you, BB. My husband just commented on my live stream. I don't know from where in the house he's commenting on, because, I mean, he's here somewhere, but he's trying not to interrupt me while I'm drawing. Okay. Ears, kind of flat back. A little bit of fluff. A little bit of fluff. So this head would be connected to the third shoulder. So I think I'm actually going to do kind of this and have the paw be kind of hanging over the belly like this. So this leg would actually need to be up here. There's the sleepy chimera friend, full of flowers and snakes. And the snake is going to get a little flower crown too, because why not? Get rid of that. I can kind of do this, and then you get a flower crown. So it looks like the way this one is drawn is that the goat is just kind of in the middle of his back. But most of the depictions I saw were kind of Cerberus style, three-headed, and then they all just had varying stages of animal parts throughout the rest of their body. Like, this one has dragon's feet, but it almost looks like chicken feet. Which I actually think would be more interesting as far as chimera go, because they really are just kind of an amalgamation of random creatures. That leg is definitely too short, but I think I've got the pose where I want it to be. Excuse me. Alright, dragon claws. Maybe I'll give him a little lay too. What am I gonna do with this leg? It's not quite big enough. Maybe I'll have him kind of curling his legs up like this. And have one foot here, and then the other foot here. That works. I like that. Okay, on to the line art. Okay. Oh, I didn't give him his wings. Does he need wings? I guess if I kind of like do them here. It is interesting that the shufflers seem to save the more intricate monsters for the end of the stream, or closer to the end. Okay, and then claws. Okay, alright. Now I think I'm ready to do the line art. There's lines everywhere. And a little fuzz. Alright, now for the flowers. Let's go for another rose over here. Maybe just a little bit of this. And there's his ear. Nice. Alright, that's readable as goat. Do I want to do the lion next or the dragon? I'm going to go ahead and tackle this lion pose because that's going to be probably the more difficult. Orchids? I mean, honestly, without color, most flowers kind of look the same. But I was thinking orchids since they're native to Africa and so are lions. But this is a fantasy creature, so I guess it doesn't matter. Actually have these very big black floppy gums. A sleepy boy. This big mangy mane. The shoulder is coming this way. With big paws. Let's see. And I've got the leg. Okay, I did lower the leg. So I've got it starting here. I actually do want it to transition down into scales a little bit here. That still looks like fur. Scales. There we go. To go from that lion to dragon. Again, so sorry about the squeakiness of my pen. Oh gosh. It's probably why my screen looks the way it does, because I haven't changed my pen nib. I won't disclose that, because I should have changed it a while ago, I'm sure. I actually took it out just to see how much nib I had left, and there is a very distinct slant in my pen, the same way you would have a distinct slant in your pencil if you write a particular way with that pencil all the time. Same thing is happening with my XP pen here. Let's do a little lavender bud. It's not going to be readable as lavender, but I thought it would be cute. That's a little more lavender. I'm just trying to draw the little sensory holes that they have around their nose, and it just ended up looking weird. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. You can tell it's a snake. And then we're going to alley-oop. And one more. I thought for sure I was going to be able to do it that time. Every time I have a big swoop to draw, I try to do it in one go. I have yet to master the technique of actually getting it to just swoop. Cute. And I think as far as the body goes, this is actually going pretty well. Okay, yep. I wanted to do a flower necklace for the dragon. Trying to think of tropical flowers. I guess like hibiscus. They're big ruffly flowers. And then another little plumeria, which I'll have to look into it, but it looks a lot like an orange blossom. The way the orange blossoms twist in the middle like that. So most flowers are related in some way, some more closely than others. But I will have to look into that in my own time. Let me just do a couple of little pooty daisies here. I'll just try to get some filler in there. And let's see. Dragon ears. The dragon ear situation is actually kind of interesting because it's a reptile. And most reptiles don't have true ears. They just have little slits in the side of their head. But quite a fair number of dragons are drawn with ears or fronds of some sort. So I'm wondering if people thought that, dragons were descended from dinosaurs, which also famously don't have ears. Where did the ears come from? A little bit more of a lean muscle here. Flat hands are always so weird for me to draw. Because they really are just flat, but there's a little bit of a divot between the wrist and the hand that I can never seem to get quite right when I'm just kind of freestyling things. never mind that it is a dragon's hand, and it's gonna look kind of weird anyway. Let me see. I have 5 minutes to finish this line art and move on to the mermaid. So I guess I won't get to do the makeup looks. Maybe I'll just post them on my Twitter. I'll draw them during the break. No, because the break is supposed to be a break. So I just won't get to the makeup looks. But if you guys are interested in seeing that, maybe I'll make it its own little video and just post it to my YouTube channel. Let's see. Nope. We're doing this. There we go. That was a little more difficult than it needed to be. Okay, now the horns. Yeah, I think I had it right the first time. And just do it curling up and out like this. Okay. Alright, and the last thing... I still have to draw that stupid hand. Okay. Okay, don't go up. Just go down. Draw the claw. And the paw. Oh, that still looks weird, but... I guess it's okay. Should I do... I'm gonna do 2 little goat hooves. Just so that he's not just kind of sitting here without his leg representation. And still do a little bit of fluff here. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if it's going to save comments that are coming in through, but apparently Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon was given fronds that are used for controlling wind flu instead of, but they look like ears. Okay. Well, that's one exception. I mean, like in D&D, for some reason, some of the dragons still seem to have an eerie, not like creepy, but like an ear look to them. I'm thinking specifically of the black dragon, but I know that that one actually has like fins because it's an aquatic type dragon instead of like ears. Let me see. Okay, I'll try to get this wing because it is 9:30, which means I have 30 minutes to draw this mermaid. before I take my first break and then come back for the second part of stream. So if you guys woke up early enough to catch this stream, huge thanks. And let me see here. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of put something up for the wing. As long as it's readable as a dragon wing. Okay, how are we looking? Nice. Okay, we have our romantic chimera. Whoops, that's the mermaid. Yep. Romantic chimera with flowers, and is just kind of enjoying his time in the sun. So now we're going to shrink this BB down. We're going to put him here. Let's see where he lines up. Okay, I'm going to move him over just a little bit, and I have just enough room for the mermaid. This is a pretty good looking group of characters. The golem may be a little bit weaker just because I wasn't quite sure what to do with him, but the rest of them I'm happy with, especially the Balrog. He's so cute. I can't get over how stinking cute this tiny Balrog is. Okay, so moving on to the last one, and then I guess we'll close out the first part of the stream. It's going to be, hold on, I gotta merge this down. The mermaid is an evil mermaid, and actually this is a perfect transition into Black Fayday, because most of these creatures aren't fae per se. They're just kind of mythical creatures. Like, what do we have? We've got the harpy, the golem, the balrog. I guess the faun is more fae akin, especially since a lot of the Fayday cosplays I've been saying are more woodland based. And then you've got the chimera and the sphinx, which again, not really fae, very much so more just like mythical creature. But enough of that. Let's move on to the mermaid. I'll shrink you down. So an evil, old, wise mermaid with a wreath of thorns. And I guess this will also count as my mermaid sketch, which I don't really participate in just because I think 30 Days of Mermaids is kind of Like, I actually tried to do something last year where I did mermaids from different oceans, like based on fish from different oceans. Like, so I was going to do one video a week, Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic, and have a mermaid based on a fish that can be found in each of those oceans. But that didn't end up happening because of burnout. That's a little too serpentine. A little too Palpatine. How do I want to style this pose? Alright, I've got 15 minutes to do the pose, 15 minutes to do the line art. Come on, brain. Work. Okay. And for this, I'm going more for like a siren look than a mermaid, and sirens are usually depicted as a little more fishy or eely than a traditional mermaid who's just a woman with a tail. So I'm going to give her some like small sharp teeth. These kind of nostril slits instead of a traditional nose. And then these kind of thin ears. And then here's her crown of thorns. Just kind of a placeholder. I am going to draw those thorns in when I do the line art. There. Okay. Another reason I don't really participate in mermaid is that I just feel like mermaids are so overdone. Like, as you can see, there are plenty of other fantasy creatures that just don't really get depicted. As often as they could. What am I doing with this hand? I still want to give her kind of like these gross, and I make her kind of bony because she's old, and sirens are usually kind of very like thin and gaunt, very ribby. Rib cage is going this way, so then the waist would go here. Kind of in a swimming pose. Ribbers. There we go. Very gaunt stomach. Dorsal fins. And I think in this pose, she honestly could also be mistaken as one of the more traditional pretty mermaids kind of beckoning out to sailors. What do I want to do? I want to give her an urchin bra. Maybe I'll just kind of do like... That'll work. And maybe some kind of dark amulet that's keeping her alive, because I feel like she looks like she's at the end of her life here, but this amulet... It's doing overtime. A long, powerful tail to swim with. Alright, I am very pleased with this sketch, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the lines. And let's see, we're going to get rid of... Yes. Actually, I'm going to move her down just a little bit. Okay. And I know as a fish, she wouldn't really have eyelashes, so I'm thinking these are some sort of spines. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. And some gills. She's looking a little sharky, which I don't mind. Sharks are very misunderstood, but if you want to do an evil mermaid, it's usually a shark or an eel or something like that. Just like I hand drew all the flowers on flower crown. Going to draw all the spines on the crown of thorns. It's usually does look a little bit more like sea urchin thorns, which is appropriate, than like woodland thorns, because like where would she get that from? Maybe it's spines of driftwood, but I like the idea that this is just a bunch of sea urchins that she ate for dinner and made a crown out of, because that's what you do. I guess. I don't know, I'm not a mermaid. I don't know what they do. I'm an earth sign. If anything, I'd be a minotaur. Let's see. I kind of want her hair to look like just kind of old, smoky, wispy, cottony, just a little ratty. But still long and luxurious. Okay. This is why I love CSP and actually having pen pressure. I could not have done this in GIMP. Oh my goodness, could I not have done this in GIMP? Like, the amount of messing around with the brushes that I had to do to get it to look like it did have pen pressure. Oof. Just oof. Okay. Bony. Super bony. Oh, too bony. I think that's appropriately bony. Got your radius and your ulna there. No muscles. Bony. Okay. Sternum. Collarbones. The music seems to finally be keeping up with the mood I'm trying to create here. Dark, creepy. This gaunt sunken, but what would mermaids have belly buttons? Because if they're fish, you think they're hatched, right? Or I don't know. Majority says that mermaids, considering that they have mammary glands and belly buttons, that they're more akin to dolphins than actual fish. Something to think about. Okay. Did I make the arms too long? Nope. This is the appropriate length. Oh my goodness, she's creepy and I freaking love this. Ah. Alright, and that's the back finger. So this would actually connect here, and that would connect here, and this would connect to the pinky that's hidden here. Okay, I'm gonna draw the wrist. There we go. Radius and ulna. And now the tail. Ooh, I've got 10 minutes. Ooh, if it goes over, it's fine. It's a soft schedule. And I did start a couple minutes late. And then I also had to pause to go grab my phone, so it's kind of like if I didn't spend that $5 on that burger, how much money would I have now kind of situation. Alright. And I don't want these fins to be super flowy. I want everything about this siren to scream danger versus friend-shaped, which is usually like characters that are round, friend-shaped, versus characters that are, pointy. Normally pointy things are not super duper fun and great. Just have a little bit of this going on. And then her largest fin. Here. I think I'm actually going to make it kind of raggedy. But still follow this line. Okay. And I know anatomically, as far as fish go, this doesn't quite make as much sense as it should. But also, this is a mermaid. Mermaids aren't real. So I am taking some creative liberties and just kind of running with it. Okay. Does she need a back fin? Mermaids usually don't have back fins for whatever reason, unless, again, they're being depicted as like a shark. So I'm going to leave the back fin off and then just finish this up by drawing the necklace. Yeah, I actually want it to be kind of more of a teardrop shape. So you've got flat, and then this would actually be rounded. It's a very big, juicy gem. I'm going to make this a little bit more. There we go. Okay, let's see what it looks like without the sketch. Did I miss anything? Oh, this little musculature down here. All right. Well, I think we've done it. So I'm gonna move Little Mermaid over here. Oh shoot! Whoops. And maybe move the Chimera over just a little bit. Scoot over. You can sit right over here. And then you can stretch you out so that when I eventually post this to Twitter, you can see her a little bit better. All right. So here we have our group of warm-up sketches. Yeah, I think these turned out pretty good. And again, thanks everyone who tuned in. I will be back online at 12 o'clock, and I will be streaming from 12 to 7. So, hope to see you guys there. And yeah, that concludes the first part of my Black Fae Day Draw-a-thon stream. And if you want to see all of my drawings, I will be posting them to my Twitter account at tinyartist516. So, yeah.